Welcome back, Kings and Queens. We are back again with my boy. We got a special guest today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Let's go. Love is love, you know I'm here.
Yeah, we know love is love.
This is love is love.
Love is here.
What's up, y'all? It's Nico Woods, his own God, his own tribe. Tribe or die. Tribe shit on.
So dirty. So where you from?
Uptown, the Bronx. Boogie down, all the way from top of the fucking world, it feel like, coming
Top
out
of
here.
the world. He really
Shout out
came
to the
down
first.
here.
This is the first Bronx guest we ever had. So shout out to my boy pulling up.
You know what I'm saying? Please do his own love. He really came down from far.
That's
from
deep.
Far.
That's deep. Yeah, our gratitude is there, bro. We're gonna get into it, bro. You know, we applaud Black Victory as much as possible. So tell the people what you do. You got merch, but most importantly, you know, just tell the people, bro.
I rap, like, and more than that, like, I don't rhyme about real life. I make real life rhyme. Like, that's my tag. That's what I say, because I feel like that's the realest shit to do. You know, I don't go out there and try to be nobody but me, because ain't nobody else trying to be me. It's no competition that way. It's no rat race, you know? A million niggas rap. There's not a million niggas out there trying to be themselves. So I'm really just out here just being me, talking about some shit that I want to talk about, and I find the core people that fuck with it.
Yeah, you painting your own picture. Like, how,
feel me?
like that's dope. Like, a lot of people is just, they seeing what other people is doing, and they trying to just take that and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's not unique. Definitely not unique. That's not a
That
way
shit
to
ain't-
stand
it's
out.
not it's not authentic, and that's what bothers me. Like, it bothers me like that. So many people are not okay with being them. You know, like, so many people is bothered being themselves that they gotta put on this show, gotta put on this act. They feel like they get a following or get fans or get whatever it is. You know, so
100%.
it's like I just be out here trying to push like authenticity. Like, me and my team, like everybody I'm with, everybody on my team is people like you've seen me with in every stage of my life. Like in my 20s now, like when I was a teenager, you saw me with them. You saw me and Son together when we was 6. Like, at the hip. Like,
Sandbox.
Sandbox shit.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
everybody
Childhood,
with me, people
yeah.
I've been with, and that's all we do is authenticity, you know, with everything.
So how long you been rapping for?
Shit. Seriously, I've been taking it serious. Like, this is going into my 5th year. Like,
Okay.
2020, it was my 5th year really rapping, like really trying to do something with it, you know? Bullshit and playing around, you know, like in the dorms and stuff like that, like maybe 2012, 2011.
So take me back to like your first raps. Like you was on some like trying to be bar for bar.
Yeah.
You was trying to like be like, you know, who was it, 2012?
Yeah, like
Who
2011.
was around 2012?
2011,
Yeah,
it wasn't even on some mainstream, because like the shit I listened to mainstream back then was like, I was heavy good music. You couldn't tell me nothing.
You a big Ye fan back then?
Yo, Ye, Pusha, Sean,
Okay.
Saha.
Okay.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Like I was all in.
Like, I say I fuck with Pusha out of that group. Like,
Pusha was my favorite.
Like, Ye, like, I can't, like, I slept on Ye heavily. Like, Pusha though, I fuck with Pusha.
I'm not gonna say it was. Back then, my favorite I was Big Sean, Saha, Pusha. Like, that's all I was really
I never
listening
got
to.
into Saha actually. I heard of him. But
I was ball heavy back then, because it was also the URL Smack. That's what we was listening to back then. So like,
yeah.
I was fucking with like Hitman, Surf, K
Surf,
Shine.
yeah, Surf.
That's what I was listening to back
man.
then. Like,
how you feel about Surf? Make Sure You Kill Me, his last project.
I feel like he's one of the only battle rappers whose real music I listen to. Like,
Now you got Goods, you got a
I'm
couple
not
people.
I'm not crazy about none of their music.
Really, you just think Surf is just.
I think Surf
the
is
face
like,
of, like,
head and
battle
shoulders.
rap,
I feel like
so-
he's head and shoulders above the rest of them when it comes to making real music. So he's the only one I really listen to.
I feel you.
So like back then my raps was real like bar. Like there was no personality. It was no character. It was just really just bar. Every line got to make somebody like make a face. Like that's what everything was about. It was real exaggerated. It was real.
Like everybody got to be like a simile or like
or
a metaphor. Like it got to mean something like
real exaggerated, real drawn out. Like it was crazy.
Which is fine though, because it's about growth. You feel me? Like you look at your shit then compared to now, it's so much growth. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I bet you that transition, it was just a lot of. It was challenging.
Absolutely.
To be able to like adapt to the music that you was trying to grow into. So
Absolutely. Like the transition from making the music that I was making and making the music that I was like listening to, that I wanted to make.
Yeah.
It was crazy, because it was like,
So who besides good music, who else? I'm trying to see who else around 2012 was fire.
outside of that, I was listening to that year.
Because I'm a big Cole fan, so I've been
100%.
Cole from like 07 to like now.
I came around. I didn't
How
fuck
about Fab? You don't fuck with Fab?
I don't fuck with Fab at all, to be completely honest.
I don't.
Damn.
I respect
This man
Fab
over here,
music.
yeah, he respect him, but
I respect-
I'm not saying you
I'm not a
don't,
fan.
you don't really fuck with him.
I respect him. I respect what he's done.
He's
I'm
a
not a
legend.
fan. Yeah, like I'm
Yeah.
fucking
Not a
with Fab.
fan, yeah.
I feel like he's a legend with no rings. I feel like he's like a Charles Barkley legend.
I hear that.
But you gotta give him his respect from
he's not like a Mike or a Kobe. Like he's a.
What kind of accolades would you have expected he should have had thus far?
I feel like leading into what Fab was becoming from like the 2000s. Fab was gonna be. You couldn't tell me Fab wasn't gonna be.
He didn't reach his peak. Like
you couldn't tell me Fab wasn't gonna be what Drake is. Like you couldn't tell me he wasn't gonna be that.
I agree.
Because he was making the girl records. He was making the club stuff. He was making the street stuff. He was doing everything.
Bro, Jay-Z was co-signing him, bro.
One lane.
I feel like in 09, like 2000, when did Funeral? When did
So do you think the mixtape series messed him up, but it did applaud him and put him at a specific position at the same time?
I feel like the mixtape, the soul tape thing put him in a pocket, and I feel like that hurt him.
Because they didn't make. He should have been albums. It should have been projects or albums.
Before this album that came out this last year, he hadn't dropped the album in a decade, bro. It was dead in 10 years.
I feel like.
And I feel like in 09, that's when Fab was like really that nigga. You couldn't tell nobody about
nobody.
Fab.
He was in high school.
You couldn't walk down the street without hearing somebody drive by and play Fab.
You know the vibes.
Like Fab was in every borough. Every borough. I'm not from Brooklyn, so every borough was really rocking with Fab heavy.
Speaking of,
I feel like he capped out there. He got comfortable. Like he found a pocket and just chilled.
I get that.
I get that 100%. That's a fact.
And that bothers me about him.
No,
that's the only reason I'm not like really a fan.
With your knowledge of music and with your level of history, music was always your area of history. Was not even history. Was always your area influence and
in like life.
Yeah.
It was always like music and sports. Like I never back then I wasn't like thinking about making music. Like I wanted to like ball. Like I wasn't thinking about making music, but I just always loved music. I always everything about it. Like listening to it. I'm going and buying CDs. Like when I was getting my first little bread. When I was getting allowances and shit like that, I was like,
you was buying like albums.
I was buying things towards that.
I was buying Ludacris CDs. I was buying Outkast CDs. I was buying fucking Ying Yang Twin CDs. Like hard CDs.
Yeah. Those are vintage, bro.
I would say that had mad 50 cent
mystical CDs. Like Jay, I got every Jay-Z.
Boy said
CD.
mystical.
That's bro. Tarantula, I have that at the crib still.
Okay.
Like
damn. So you like
Murphy Lee with the hook gun beat? I have that CD at the crib.
Murphy Lee, gangster for me.
The Lunatics,
too gangster for me.
Man, he took
that's
it back,
gangster.
dog.
Yeah, so gangster. I had mad 50 cent tapes.
From 9 to like 13, I was buying mad music.
Take me to your favorite rapper
of all time.
We could do top 5. Matter of fact, we're gonna do top 5 and we're gonna do right now. Who's your top 5?
My top 5 of all time, no particular order, but Hove, Lupe, Hove, Lupe, Slick Rick, Biggie, and for 5, I'ma go.
It's a lot of Nas in there. You
5
got
all time. Damn.
That's a crazy setup, bro.
Yo,
I don't even know what my 5th would be, but like that's my 4. Like my Mount Rushmore, that's my 4.
It sounds like a very lyrical setup.
I was waiting for Big L because you from uptown, so I was like,
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was crazy. Though.
I've never been a fan though. He's nasty. He's one of those people. I OD respect what he do, but I'm not like Eminem. Like I OD respect what he do, but I'm not a fan of the music.
So you don't consider? You know how people be like when they listen to Renegade, they feel like Hove. No. I mean, Eminem left Hove. Like you feel like
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
I feel like not to discredit anything M did on that. I feel like it's about what resonate with you more. Yeah. That whole verse hit home for me more than M's verse did. Like the whole being an outcast and being that didn't resonate with me because like not on no cocky shit. Like I was popular in school. Like I was cool. Like people fucked with me. Like
you was that man.
You wasn't going through no trials and tribulations.
Like I had love at home. Like
that's love. No,
I had love at home. Like it was a single parent home, yeah, but it was love at home.
Yeah.
Like
and you got love back.
And you feel me? Like when I was 12 and I was 13, I was the man there. Like I was going out and doing shit for the crib. Like that was me. So when Hov was talking about that, I felt that.
So
Hov talking about being left-handed. I'm left-handed. Like I felt everything Hov was talking about in that verse.
I feel you. So Hov had the most influence over you in music.
Absolutely. Hov and Lupe, like those are the people I want.
You know what's crazy? I be trying to be a Lupe fan, but I never. I need to speak to you and like, if you was telling somebody, yo, bro, bump Lupe, which catalog, like which albums I gotta listen to, tell the people like.
I feel like his second album is a classic. I feel like it's one of the best rap albums ever. Like Lupe Fiasco presents The Cool. That's a classic. Like his first 2 albums.
I'm gonna bump that today.
Lupe Fiasco presents The Cool, and Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor, crazy.
I heard of Food and Liquor.
The Cool because I feel like the story behind it. Like he paints such a crazy story with that album. You can Wikipedia the album, and it'll give you a story. It'll give you a story behind it, like with characters. Each character has a Wikipedia page. Like he's rapping about like it's so in depth. It's so crazy. It's so intricate, but it's not over the top. Like where he's stretching words to make metaphors and stuff like that. Like it's really,
it's really fluent.
It's flowing.
Absolutely,
I love
absolutely.
it. I love it.
You spoke about Hove though. Do you feel like Hove, the Hove and Nas verse, right? I mean, he's going back and forth.
Yeah.
Which resonated with you more? Because a lot of people feel like Nas won. A lot of people feel like Takeover was it.
I'm not gonna front. In my younger day, you couldn't tell me Nas didn't win. Like you couldn't tell a 10-year-old me Nas didn't win. Cause I was a Nas fan when I was younger. Cause I was into the whole a million words and words that you gotta look up and all that. I thought that was like the coolest shit to do in rap.
Yeah, vocabulary. Having the vocabulary.
I thought that was like dope. And I didn't really appreciate the brilliance, like the genius in what Hove does, because Hove is giving you mad different walks of life, like in the most simple way, so that anybody can kind of pick it up. And I appreciate that more because I feel like that resonates with more people, it touches more people. Mm-hmm. But back in the day, you couldn't tell me Nas didn't win. I thought Nas won too. I heard Ether, I heard, I heard all that shit. I was like, oh yeah, it's over. Like Nas won that.
I think me personally, I feel like Takeover had a longer shelf life. Mm-hmm. When you listen to Takeover now, it's like, damn, like it wasn't that far. Because as you young, you think he smoked them. Mm-hmm. When you listen to Takeover and you really break it down,
as an adult, different shit.
It resonated.
It resonated better, yeah. Like as an adult, you can listen to all of the Jay-Z diss tracks from that beef and like really just listen to them on a regular. Like they can just come on in a shuffle and you would be bumping to it. Like, I feel like you got to be in a mood to listen to Ether.
Yeah.
Like Ether not one of them joints somebody. Last time it was like, yo, throw on Ether. Like, you feel me? Or like Ether come on and somebody be like, yo, let that rock.
Yeah, niggas gotta be, you gotta be in the mood. Like, you gotta
Super Ugly come on, niggas gonna let that rock.
Yeah.
That might come on in the club.
Yeah.
Like,
I see what you're saying. It's still going.
Yeah, like it had the shelf life. I feel like Hove, he works in a way that it touches more people. Like it gets around better. Like even with his dish shit. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why.
You know what's crazy? I never really looked at Hove as a really as an artist as far as music wise. I looked at him very much as a business person. Nas on the other hand, I thought he really was he's in music. You know what I'm saying? Doing music and all that. But I never really. It's crazy how you said, fucking Jay-Z is more lyrical, I think, than Nas. You were trying to say, right?
In a way.
Yeah.
In a way, I feel like his lyricism translates better. Like I feel like it's lyricism where you just flexing lyrical ability and like you just flexing like what you know and like what you can do. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Nas does that. I feel like M does that. I feel like there's a lot of guys who do that. You know, like Joyner Lucas, like all of them cats, like who the fast rapping and a million words and big words and multiple syllables, like multi
multis and stuff. Yeah, I know
all of those kind of schemes. I feel like that's cool. Like. Nothing against that. That takes a lot of talent. Like everybody can't do that shit.
Absolutely.
But everybody also can't do the shit Hove does. Hove is talking some real intricate shit. He's talking a lot of deep shit on the most simple level, like and on the most face level where everybody can pick it up. And I feel like that shit takes talent too. Like
I think Hove speaks
code,
from.
I feel like it's code switching. You know, like you gotta be able to talk to different audiences.
100%.
You know, like no matter where you from. Like we've been on job interviews with like talking to white people. We have to like, put on our certain vernacular.
Why is that though? Like,
why do you feel like we have to switch it up?
Personally, I don't agree with it, but it's like unfortunately, it's like society has
normalized that.
Society has normalized parts of our culture as being amazing and parts of our culture as being less than amazing. Like black culture is American culture. Mm-hmm. Like really, like the country.
We built it.
We designed it.
Remember
Everything that's hot is catered to us. Everything that's hot is being pitched to us.
And they take it from us.
We're the models of society. Like that's why those high-end brands, like, yeah, they don't use us in our advertisements, but
they know we are.
They use famous rappers or they use their songs because they want to draw us in and they want us to model their shit on the street. Like
our buying power is crazy.
We carry the culture in that sense, but it's like the little intricate parts of our culture, like just the way we act, the way we greet each other, the way we talk to each other, is not shit that they want to accept or they want to look at in a positive light. So it's like we try to turn that shit off when we have to be in those certain circles, unfortunately. And that's just because of where we are, like society-wise. Like we don't have that status as we should.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, especially in the corporate setting. Like a lot of us men, us black women as well, like we change our vernacular and we just like brainwashed by the European like acceptance, which we don't need. You feel what I'm saying? So I respect that too. It kind of goes back to like you being an artist and like people look at like white people as like lawyers. You need them in business and stuff, and like we not accepted to do those things as well. Mm-hmm. So how you feel about just you being in music and you keeping everything in house. You being black oriented with what you have going on.
I feel like it's important. I feel like ownership is everything. So like I want to do everything in house. I want to do everything our way. Like we record our music in the crib. Like we just started recording in this bigger studio because they just built it. Like,
Wow.
Like my man's girl has her own LLC like under which she does all kinds of construction projects and things like that. And like we dead built it. So we record at a bigger space now. Like everything is in house. Like we record, we get our beats, we mix, we take our pictures, we make our merch, we wear our clothes. Like everything is by us because we don't want nobody to be able to tell us like somewhere down the line like I gave you this. Like somewhere down the line like they got that from us, right?
Yeah,
or,
no
like,
handouts.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like they're only where they are because XYZ. Like nah, like all of that is deaded off rip.
All we're looking for is just word of mouth.
And it's like people talk about wanting to be approached by labels and wanting to be signed, and it's like when we get to that point, like when somebody does approach us on some business stuff, they can't nobody take advantage because you hear them horror stories now. Like TLC was broke. TLC.
Yeah, that's crazy.
TLC was broke when they were TLC. Like when they were like they were broke. Like Big Sean talk about he don't own his masters. Like they owe him good music, owe him millions and millions and millions of dollars. And like he's Big Sean. Like everybody know who Big Sean is. He got platinum records. Like by the time somebody can come to me on some business stuff, it's more so, what can you do for me that we haven't done for ourselves? Like we have the leverage. Like that's really why we do it this way. That's why I think ownership is so important. Being black oriented, like investing in your people, in the people around you, you keep the power, you keep the leverage on our side.
So let's dive deep in that. Let me ask you, were you organized with it, or was that just all just happening all at once? Like with you building the studio, with you bringing your peoples on board, like how did all that come about? Like were you organized about that? Like the teamwork effort. So like because there's other people out there that's doing this, and there's other people out there that's making music, and they by themselves, or they probably have a team and they don't really know what to do next. You get what I'm saying?
The vision's always been there. Like it's always, all of these things have been thoughts, all of these things have been ideas already, but bringing them to like fruition, like making them happen, making that shit happen was always the struggle. So like I was like, you know what? The year after like I finished school, like I just took that year. I was like working and shit, and I was miserable. And I was just like, I don't want to do this shit for real, man. Like we just in the crib smoking. I was like, I don't want to do this for real. Like I'm tired of bullshit. Like if we gonna rap, then we gonna rap. Cause everybody rap. If we gonna rap,
let's do it. Let's talk about it.
And I was like, we gonna like do it. And like my man Bally was like, bet. 40 was like, bet. What can we do?
So how important would you say it is to have a team?
I think it's very important. I feel like you'll get farther. Like you may get somewhere faster going by yourself, but you'll get farther ultimately with your team.
Let them know.
Still sharp and
still. It's like exactly still sharp and still. Like you're really only as good as like what you got around you. And it's like the quality of people you got around you is so important. Like I said, when I was like, I want to do this shit for real. Like they don't rap, but they was like, bet. So what we gonna do?
We gotta support you.
What can we do? Mm-hmm. Like that's it. What can we do?
Like, how can they play their part?
Yeah, exactly. What's our role now? Like if you're gonna be the rapper, like what's our role? And like my man 40 Dead picked up the camera. Like the day I decided like, we gonna start doing this. 40 takes all my pictures. 40 shoots all my videos. Everything I got out is under 40. Like that's
in house.
That's my brother. Like.
Would you say his camera skills got better?
Absolutely.
Or was he always nice?
Nah, not at all.
But that's growth though.
Yeah, for real. It's literally learning. It's literally learning as you grow. And like
taking action.
It's that like I've watched him like sit up to like 4 a.m. Like we be on the road. Like we've done festivals. We travel. Like we've been on the road. I've watched him sit up to like 4 or 5 a.m. on YouTube watching tutorials. Like teach himself shit about cameras and teach him shit about editing. Like he's never done none of this stuff before.
That's dope.
He never did none of this stuff. We decided we was gonna do it because I was like, I'm gonna start needing like real pictures. Like we had a couple shows. I was like, they asking me for pictures for flyers. Like I don't got shit to send them. Like he was like, all right, bet. So we just started going out, taking pictures, practicing, editing, like working on shit. Then I was like, we gotta start shooting videos, but I'm then not trying to pay like no stranger like
it's your man's like
$1,000. Like let's get this money, bro.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Keep it at home.
Exactly.
You said investing in your people. That's all it's about, bro.
I'm like, I'll give you a couple $100. Like he'd be like, I need this piece for the camera. I bet we out. Like he ain't got to earn a pay. I will get it because it'll benefit me in the end. Like we got this. Like we gonna build, and vice versa. Like I need it, he got me. Like because we building this shit together. It's like I appreciate them so much because it's necessary. Like if I didn't have that, there's been times where you be down you know, like things ain't going right, things ain't going as fast as you think they should, and I'd be like, yo, like I'm done with this shit, bro. Like I don't want to do this no more. And like just having the people around you, like, nah, bro, like you wildin', like we got this, like
Absolutely.
we gonna get there.
And in them tough moments, it's like you having them around you. It just shows you like, yo, that vision is still there. Like
I'm not alone. Like I'm not alone. Like I'm not the only.
Yeah.
I'm not as alone as I feel.
You know what I'm
Because when
saying?
you get down, it's real easy to feel alone.
You know what I'm saying?
And
bro,
you be like,
it's
yo,
crazy.
I'm not really in this alone. Like, yo, I'm not the one with the vision. I'm not the only one with the vision.
We all have it.
Like
100%.
as much as I might feel like they got the same vision and we then getting there. Like
You gotta go through every emotion.
absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Nah, yo, I applaud you, bro.
Nah, like that resonates highly with me because like so far since we've been building a podcast and just pushing Still Sharp and Still and just been in the community, going like places we have went and helping the ladies that we have helped and whatnot. It's like we've been getting a lot of love, and the love that we've been getting is like I've been telling Jah been telling me, it's like, yo, bro, we got a big responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just having him, having the other co-host Saquon, is like having Jada, having Christina, like having the people that's around us to help us push Still Sharp Still. It's like, yo, we all got the same energy for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And being that we do, it's like nothing gonna stop unless we stop. You know what I'm saying? So I love that, bro. I love that. Now keep going, keep going.
We be our own biggest obstacle. That's
Absolutely.
really the shit. Like
Absolutely.
when you be by yourself, if you by yourself and you your own biggest obstacle, it's real easy to be like, all right, I'm done.
You just give up.
Yeah, it's real easy
Real
to stop.
easy to quit.
Like
100%.
having that team is everything, yo. Like
I appreciate that, bro.
So let's talk about your music style. Like, what type of message are you trying to deliver to the people?
truth. Like, yo, nothing more, nothing less. Like I'm dead not trying to like preach nothing. I'm not trying to like push a message. I'm not trying to like preach nothing. I'm not trying to portray nothing. Like it's not gonna be like, oh, yo, money, cars, bitches. I like it might be that sometimes. You know, like, it's not gonna.
You're gonna show it. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
me? Like,
Like,
it's not
you
always.
gonna see it.
It's not always gonna be. It's not always gonna be, you know, like righteousness and uplifting and enlightenment. You know, it's gonna be that sometimes. But
So would you say it'd be
I'm
you
not
at the
trying
moment,
to,
though?
yeah, like
Yeah.
It's just gonna be true. It's gonna be my truth.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm living in, whatever I'm feeling in that time and space where I'm creating, or like where I'm living at, because that's where I create. I just create where I live at, like in my present. So like wherever I am in my present is what you're gonna get.
I get that.
And I love the people that support me. Like I love my fan base because they support that. Like they get it, they understand it, and I'm as transparent as I can be. So like I guess if I'm pushing anything, I'm pushing like transparency. Like
I love that. Being
like,
yourself.
I'm not
touch
high.
upon that,
Yeah,
bro.
like I'm not
That's-
high.
that's
I'm not
fire.
high, and I tell y'all like I go through shit. Like I get broken up with. Like a nigga be sad. Like I go through all of that shit. Like it's not gonna be the typical rapper bravado where it's like I'm cool all the time because I'm
Yeah.
not. Like I go through the shit y'all go through. Like I be sad. I be anxious. I be
You
all
human.
that shit. I'm human.
Yeah, you human.
You know, like I be up. I be down. I be broke. I be having it. Like and y'all gonna hear all of that. So,
Yeah.
Just being transparent.
you feel
Being
me?
yourself.
Transparency. That's if I'm pushing anything, it's that.
That's fire, bro. And you gonna do it, bro. Like this right here, we're gonna watch this years later, be like, yo, my boy Nico really made it, bro. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
doing concerts. He already doing concerts. Matter of fact, tell the
Festivals and
people
everything.
about all the things you done did so far, like about your music. You got Ugly Soul out.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's a fact.
We gonna
That's a
talk
fact.
about
Ugly
that.
Soul.
30.
Ugly Soul is out right now, featuring my brother Luke Lowe, my boy Gray. Death Notes is out right now. That video is moving right now. Go check that out.
That's what you just dropped.
Yeah, that's the
Fire.
video we just put out.
Fire.
That's
Fire.
That's the one y'all was in the park?
yeah,
Bro.
that's what we just put out.
And that's the shit I like, bro. Like, I don't like the bullshit substance of music, bro. Like, these niggas be rapping. Like, yo, you mentioned,
Check
said,
it out, please.
He said, I'm trafficking features. This dope ain't free.
Nah.
You know your worth. Can't talk about it.
Yo, the price definitely went up. Like,
I love it.
shout out quarantine. Yo, like the price definitely went up because
Yeah.
I haven't had nothing to do. I haven't had nothing to do but rap. Like, so literally, like I'm just posting mad content. I've been doing the freestyles. I've been doing like the world opened up for a little bit. My man put together a show. I got out, banged out like 2-3 quick shows. Like just being on IG, like the social media is kind of picked up. So like I've rapped in a couple virtual open mics and shit. For, like a couple people.
That's dope.
Yeah, like a couple people are like Def Jam here or here, and so like you get a couple more eyes on you.
And how did that go? Like, were you on Zoom? Like, what you was on?
Yeah, I've done a couple Zoom shows, like IG Live. We did something. I think that was like Twitch, like some Twitch, like Facebook Live kind of thing.
That's
I had
okay.
that one time where like we had the artists at a venue out here in Brooklyn. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly where. I don't remember, but it was a venue out in Brooklyn. and like they just had a camera set up and we were like streaming it live, and like so people were like tuning in. Like we looked off to the side, we could see like a bunch of faces.
And you were just performing it like it was like you was
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it was like
That's
that
dope.
was dope.
That's dope.
But yo, all of that, like all of the attention, like all of the offers and stuff like that have allowed me to set a price and like not work for nothing less than that, because
Yeah, I felt that ball.
yo, the numbers and everything like that are going up. Like
Yeah.
the streams, the follow, all of that shit is like the follows and the likes don't mean nothing. It's like, what do you produce? Like, what can you bring out? Like before the world shut down, I could bring out people to a show, and now I'm getting more of the attention on me, like via social media, and like I'm getting some blog write-ups and things like that kind of attention now. So it's like that's allowed me to set a price and like not work for nothing less, because it's like, yo, I have a resume, I can show you like all these people respect my craft
And you
and
impacting
have
people.
paid me this much for this work, and have, you know, it's reflecting. So like, yo, take it or leave it. Like I don't need it. I don't need to do this show.
Pretty much.
You feel me? Like
You done impacting people, and you are still impacting people. You know what I'm saying? So you know your value.
exactly, and I should be rubbing people the wrong way, and it don't be to be on like no cocky shit. Or be
Nah,
on, like,
never.
But it's like independent artists, like rappers specifically, are the most shit on group of people of all time. Like
Why so?
I don't know, because it's like, yo, you can literally be anything else hustling on the come up and niggas will not shit on you. Like you can be a scammer, you can do things that are taking advantage of people. Like you can be a scammer, you can be a bottle girl, you can be all of these things, and nobody will say nothing. Like those can be your aspirations in life. Like you can be an influencer, an IG model. Like those can definitely be your aspirations in life, and nobody will say nothing to you about it. You tell people you want to rap, and it's a million jokes, it's memes, it's all of that. Like that's why I say your team is important. That shit is not for the faint of heart, because like I see some younger dudes that I may meet like feeding into that, and like they be going crazy, going on these rants, like getting caught up in it. I'm like, yo, bro, people gonna talk anyway. Like,
Yeah, you gotta know
if this is
that,
what you
bro.
want to do it. Like,
Absolutely.
fuck it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I have to be the way I am, because it's like people will be like, oh, hey, yo, your music is dope. Yo, you should come do my show. And I'll be like, oh, lit. Yo, I appreciate the love. I like, thank you for, you know, reaching out. My booking fee is this. Like, you know, like it costs this much for me to come out to do your show, and I'll do a you know, like X amount of minutes for a set. I'll do a 15-minute set for this much.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm not paying artists for the show. And I'm like, all right. Well,
All right, cool.
yeah, like, thank you. I appreciate the offer, though.
Yeah.
Like, have a good time. Like, I've seen that interaction. I've had that interaction happen, and then go on, like, another social media platform. Like, this will happen, like, in my Instagram DMs, and I'll go on to Facebook, and that same promoter who just reached out to me is on a Facebook rant talking about, yo, why I reached out to this no-name-ass artist, and they try to hit me with a booking fee. Like, yo, who are you again? And they got all they followers and, like, commenting and laughing. I'm just like, yo, why is that okay to do?
Yeah.
Like, yo, you reached out to me. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
You reached out to me. You found me.
Absolutely.
Told me I was nice.
Yeah.
You was on my gram
You
looking at my
found me.
shit. Like,
You found me. You liked a bunch of pictures. You comment. You DM me. Told me I'm nice. You want to book me. You
but get
reach out.
mad when I know my worth.
Yeah.
I tell you, I bet I won't come out for less than this, because I know what you're doing. I know you're booking these artists. You're selling tickets. Like you're bringing in money from the show. Why shouldn't I get some?
So
why
yeah,
shouldn't I
let's
get?
work. Like, if
You
we
feel
gonna
me?
work, let's work.
And some of the money you're bringing in is directly based off me, because you're not booking a show saying, hey, it's just me. Come out. No, you're booking a show saying, hey, I have these artists performing. You're not doing nothing but hosting it.
Yeah.
Like I'm the talent, like so to speak. Like I'm the draw. I'm the one bringing my friends.
100%.
Like, I'm the one who telling my friends to come to the show. So why shouldn't I be able to reap the benefit of that? And I just feel like, yo, it's corny that you can do that to rappers, like only. Like nobody else really. I feel like nobody else has to deal with that. So it's more important for us to stand on our own, like, and be like, nah, like I'm not working for nothing less, because you have to change the culture.
100%.
You have to change the culture. That like the independent artist is really where it's at, and in order for us to continue to be where it's at, we gotta like be firm in what we believe in and firm in what works for us.
I respect you, bro.
100%. So let's bring it back to what you were saying, like with all that negativity, with the person putting up the negative blog posts and everything. So you were saying an ugly soul. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a deep concept, bro. That's a very deep concept. You were just pretty much saying like you gotta take control. Like you got an ugly soul and you gotta take control.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like let the people understand what that means.
It's really about you just being aware, you know, like knowing what your flaws are, knowing what negativity you do have and what you do bring to the table. Like you gotta know that, but you have to be aware of it in order to get past it. Like in order to grasp control of it. You know, so it's like in the hook it's like I got these lessons all in these ropes, like I smoke, I sit, I think on you know what I am and what I go through, you know. I got these lessons all in these ropes, love inside of my pain. Like a lot of the things we may do may be ugly, we may lash out, but it's like, yo, it's love rooted in that, but it's like masked with pain. It's so deeply rooted behind pain that it doesn't come across as love. So it's like I got these lessons on these ropes, love inside of my pain, hope inside of my quotes, because that's where you find hope sometimes. You be on Instagram, you scroll past those motivational quote pages, like that's where you find your hope. You find like little quotes to hold on to, and then as rappers we try to put that out into the world for somebody else to hold on to. So it's like I got these hope inside of my quotes, truth inside of my veins, because that's my flesh and blood is my truth. That's just what I am. Like I'm just flesh and blood. Like that is my truth. It's like my truth inside of my veins, like my ugly soul. Like the full package of it is not always pretty, you know. Like we're comprised of all these things.
Big facts.
So it's like I always just try to we all collectively we always just try to have something deeper behind the music more than just saying shit to say shit, or like more than just saying shit to rhyme, you know.
Yeah, you have a lot of transparency in every lyric, bro. Like just you being yourself, bro. Like I ask people like what defines you, like what makes Nico Nico, and it seems like what you write is like everything about you, bro. Applaud that 100%, King.
Nah, for real. But listen, man, like, we applaud everything that you're doing, bro. Like, keep it up. Like, all the hard work you're doing. Stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that you're going to continue being transparent. You're going to continue bringing out that truth that you're looking for to bringing out. Because you are a dope individual. You have a dope team. You know what I'm saying? So continue, like, fostering that and building that up. You know what I'm saying? Stay with that positive energy. You know what I'm saying? So... We got something for you, my boy. We got something for you. Cause like we really appreciate you for making time. Like, you came from far.
I appreciate y'all for having me. Like anybody who reaches out like for anything is like big to me. Cause like y'all said, like I just push transparency. So like the stuff I put out, anytime somebody fucks with it enough to like reach out to me about it, that shit moves me. Cause it's like I don't ever expect it. Like I put it out cause like I love it.
100%.
Like I love it. Like we love it. We play it like amongst the team. Like yo, this is fire. Like,
that's what it's about.
We make the music that we love. Like so I was like, yo, this is fire. I'm gonna put it out. Fuck it.
Yo.
And then for y'all to love it and like have me, like I appreciate
it's
y'all.
Like damn, like that one fan could be 100, and that 100 could be 1,000, but at least you still got that one. Another person. I feel the same way when somebody like reposts a podcast or like share some shit that Brian said or I said, or you know, I'm like, damn, niggas is really watching and shit.
Yeah,
like,
and they showing love. 100%.
Reciprocation, bro, is very important.
Nah, this best believe you got a fan on this side, bro. Tell him I done listened to Ugly Soul about 600
like
times. 600 times, bro.
Yo, tell him where to follow you at before we get out of here.
Yo, Nico Woods. You can follow me on everything at Rap Like Nico. My Twitter name should be Goals. Rap Like Nico on everything. RAPLIKE. You know, spell everything the right way. NICO. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Rap Like Nico. SoundCloud. Rap Like Nico. Nico Wood on all the streaming platforms. I appreciate it. I love everybody who love me. You feel me? Tribe shit only.
Please download Ugly Soul.
Ugly Soul is out everywhere. Download that, buy that, stream that, all that good shit. ZoneTribe.com. Go ahead, get yourself some merch. We got a little bit of everything: hats, hoodies, pillows, blankets. We got all of that. We got masks, shower curtains, notebooks.
That's love.
Talk dirty.
Anything. You
Talk
feel
dirty.
me? Y'all need it. We got it.
That's love.
You know, vibe with the tribe.
All right, we out of
Still
here.
sharp and still. That's what it's
Still
about.
sharp and still, man. Yo.